The nugget today is that in the releasing of resistance, you're in the receptive mode, and in the receptive mode, you'll be inspired to the next and the next and the next and the next and the next. The most powerful thing that we want you to realize is that your journey is well underway even before you begin to see the action evidence that leads to the manifestation of it. The most important thing that we want you to feel from us is that so often you're thinking that you want to have a goal or a desire, and that you want to then somehow line up so that you can make your way to the manifestation of whatever it is. And we want you to realize that the manifestations and the goals and the nuggets that you're looking for is that feeling of alignment that keeps you in that steady state of unfolding. You are not ever going to get it done. It's not ever going to be done. But to be in a continual state of, ooh, new idea, ooh, new inspiration, and then watching the others come together in cooperation with you along this never-ending trail. Sometimes you come and you think, well, I would like to hear Abraham talk about more money, or how can I get a boyfriend, or how can I live in a nicer neighborhood, or how can I improve this relationship or this relationship. And we hear your requests. We know that when something is less than what you want, it's caused you to put what you think you want in the vortex. You want the boyfriend, you want the better paying job, you want the better place to live or the improved relationship, and you think that that is what the goal is. What we want you to understand is that those are the pieces of the goal that lead to the inspiration, that lead you to the more experience, but it's the more experience that it is really all about. What your goal is joy. That's what your desire is. Your desire is clarity. It doesn't matter what you're clear about. Your desire is clarity. It doesn't matter what you're excited about. Your goal is to be excited. It doesn't matter who you love. Your goal is to be in love. You see what we're getting at? It's the being in tune. Well, once you understand that, then every particle of everything that you've ever even thought just a little bit that you would like to experience has to be shown to you. Even if you have to be hauled out on a helicopter in order to see the waterfall that you wanted to see. Everything that you want is always being factored into everything. That's why we would like you all to relax just a little bit and not try so hard, and accept your goodness, and most of all, accept your place of being understood, and your place of being known, and your place of being seen, and your place of being helped isn't the right word. Supported isn't the right word. Engulfed in knowledge of whatever piece of success you're looking for right here in this moment. So often people say, well, when I get over there, then I'll be happy. And then they long to get over there. And we say, get happy, and then you'll get over there. That's what we wish for all of you. That's the nugget that we would like you to take away from this. If you will let happiness be your intention and understand that it will then lead to all of the other examples of what you think happiness is, it's the understanding of getting out ahead of it vibrationally. We're going to give you a lot of nuggets here. No longer being a reactor to conditions, but instead being the basis for the conditions that are coming. Because when you are reacting to a condition, you're spinning out of control for a little while. But when you've set the conditions aside and you want to be happy just because you want to be happy, how that plays out, how you make that work is, when you first wake up, you say to yourself, it's new, I'm new. Now what? Now what? Now what? Esther wrote a note to herself. She drew a diagram during the segment of refreshment that sort of came out of what we were talking about. And she drew the hand up here like this, the claw, the receptive mode leading to all those things. And then on the other end of it, she drew the receptive mode leading to all of those things. And then she just drew arrows. Every subject up there is where I want to be. No more facing reality, no more telling it like it is, no more describing unwanted things to other people, no more talking myself down there and then trying to work myself out of it. Here, look upward, look for good feeling things. You have the potential to do that. You describe that when you're out in nature. It's easy for you to find those good feeling thoughts. So that is not just the nugget, that's the whole ball of everything. That's what it's all about. Care about how you feel, and figure out how to feel good, and then watch what happens until you've taught yourself your day-to-day program for life. And then when you're there, somebody comes up to you and presents you with something that is unpleasant, you just look away, or you make light of it. You don't ingest it. You don't make it your afternoon meal. You don't discuss it with somebody else and somebody else and somebody else and somebody else, and then try to dig yourself out of the hole. So the nugget is, don't get in the hole to begin with. Don't get in the hole to begin with. And many of you want to say, oh, here's another nugget. Many of you want to say, but Abraham, I'm already in the hole. How do I get out? And we say, when you woke up this morning, you weren't. You went in the hole after you woke up. So tomorrow when you wake up, don't go in the hole. You hear that? You don't have to dig yourself out of a hole if you don't put yourself in the hole. And when you woke up, you weren't in the hole. You think you were because you thought about yesterday's hole. But you weren't in the hole until you thought about yesterday's hole. So when you get up, don't go to the hole. Don't think about the hole. Don't be in the hole. Don't try to dig yourself out of a hole. You don't have to be in the hole. You don't have to be in the hole. And now when you're aware that when you're in the hole and you want to get out of the hole, don't try to get out of the hole when you're in the hole. You can't get out of the hole when you're in the hole. Your awareness that you're in the hole, you can't get out of the hole. You just can't get out of the hole. The hole just gets deeper and deeper and deeper. It's a bottomless pit. There's no end to the hole. You cannot get out of the hole. Can't get out of the hole. But when you wake up, you're not in the hole, so don't go to the hole. Oh, I'm in the hole. Wait till tomorrow. Wait till tomorrow if you mean it, if you really mean it. Pretty soon, you're going to wake up and you're not going to be in the hole, and you're not going to go into the hole for 10 minutes. And then the next day for 15 minutes. The next day it'll be noon before you go in the hole.